Hey, well, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the internet and welcome to my channel. It's me, Odio, and I'm back today doing another review for you. What would you do if they made a Bad Boys 4? Well, let's find out because they did it. So Bad Boys 4 is called Bad Boys Ride or Die. Honestly, when I watched the last one not long ago, I thought Bad Boys 4 Life. Really, they wasted that title on the third one. You had the fourth one coming right up. Could have done it here. The bad boys are back, and this time they're going to ride or die like biker mice from Mars. But this one's got Will Smith reprising his role as Mike Lowrey, who always in the past Bad Boys has always been the coolest guy in the room. Mike Lowry's single, and he's a ladies' man, and he's cool, has nice cars, doesn't want Marcus to make a mess in it. Which brings us to Martin Lawrence. He plays Marcus Burnett. He's a cop as well. He's the other bad boy, but he's total opposite. He's a family man with a wife and kids who's worried about that all the time. So they have polar opposite personalities. Anyway, they're both back for the fourth outing. Definitely aging, but still there. And right out the gate, you see them kind of meet up and start fighting crime immediately, just like the old days. And the vibe is kind of back. I didn't like the third one all that much, but I like the energy in this one a lot better. We get a cool, different take on how they do things here. It opens up with like Mike Lowrey actually getting married and becoming a family man and kind of changing his perspective. And then you get Marcus. He has a heart attack and he's not dead. Oh, he survives it. And not only is he not worried anymore, he believes he's invincible. Honestly, I felt like they, in the last movie, even though they're only 4 years apart, I really felt like Martin Lawrence had aged a lot more than Will Smith. In this movie, I get the opposite feeling. I feel like Martin Lawrence is back. His character was having a lot more fun, and I could tell he was too. And the total opposite happens to Mike Lowrey. Will Smith's character becomes a family man. He gets more serious and things, so he's not as cool like he was in the other ones. So he kind of feels a little bit older, whereas Martin Lawrence is kind of acting a little bit younger. So they sort of switched roles. But it's great. If you like seeing them in the old ones, you like them in this. I find Will Smith isn't, like I said, he doesn't really have as much energy as he did in the other ones. But Martin Lawrence has picked up the energy. Yeah, the actor that plays his son, Armando, plays Will Smith's son, Armando. He was introduced in the last movie. Gotta say, really like him in this movie. His character feels dangerous. He's a lot younger. He's in amazing shape. His fight scenes are awesome. He's got a nice scene in the prison pretty early on. I like Prison Break and shows where they have fights in prisons and things like that, but it was like super violent and really cool. I liked it a lot. His character really shone through to me as one of the stronger points in this whole movie. He doesn't talk a whole lot, but he's very menacing. But also you get like a good guy vibe from him. The actor did a great job. He's got another one of my favorite scenes too. Later on, they're in the helicopter. There's a really nice helicopter fight scene. A lot of the fight scenes in this, Jerry Bruckheimer's back, but they really do a good job. You believe the fight scenes. There's good action. I mean, these guys are vets at this time. They've all done this a bunch of times. But he feels new. Armando, the son, his fight scenes seem faster. He seems more violent. It's great. I hope we get to see more of him in the future. If they do continue with this franchise going on, he's good. I'd like to see more of him. They develop him pretty good in this movie. He has a nice arc. And he gets out of jail and things. So I'd like to see more of that guy. He stood out to me in this as a really competent actor. And he really, like I said, the menacing parts of him, they were frightening and scary. But also when he had to be good and gentle, you felt that too. So overall, he was a standout. The plot is pretty bare bones and basic. A lot of cop tropes. Oh, the chief has been, declared to be evil, but is he really? They'll need to investigate. They might need to go on the other side of the law and become the bad boys. I gotta say, too, I don't know if Skittles is paying people a lot more lately, but Shazam and now this, I'm seeing Skittles advertised in a lot more movies. I can really taste the rainbow. But this has all the typical bad boy moments in it. You get the one where they... Marcus and Mike Lowrey get up from the ground looking stressed and the camera will spin around and show their faces. Like I said, a lot of very familiar things happen in this. The plot is, it's extremely predictable. If you're coming to see Bad Boys 4, you've seen the other ones, you know what you're getting into here. I do like it though. I gotta say it's fun. It was a good movie to theaters. Not allowed to go see it in the theater. This is out now. I like the return of Will Smith as Mike Lowrey. I really like Martin Lawrence coming back as Marcus. There's a lot of side characters in this. I don't know if you remember anybody, but in the last movie they had a little sidekick team set up with a guy who didn't want to commit violence. And so some of them are back. You get some interesting moments with them. In the earlier Bad Boys movies, one of my favorite characters returns. Right at the end of one of the movies, Marcus and Mike, they answer a door because there's a date named Reggie coming for Marcus's daughter, and they totally intimidate him. Well, he's now hanging around in this movie. He's another character. He's really developed great. He's in the Marine Corps, but you see him playing video games and hanging around the house. But he gets, in my opinion, he gets the standout moment of the movie. I'm not saying it makes the whole movie amazing, but when people come to that house to get them and he's the one there to defend them, that might be the best fight scene in the movie. The shootout, the battle that takes place there was awesome. Just epic proportions. He kills 15 people or something. Like, it was so good. It reminded me of a fight scene from Terminal List or something like. Or I thought it was great. Him defending the house. It was my favorite moment in the movie. My blood got pumping. So some of the side characters really did a good job. There were a lot of side characters introduced, but Reggie really was good, and Armando was great too. They were both, I think, if they keep going with the movies, I'd like to see those two guys. They could be the new Bad Boys team up. I would totally be in for that movie. And they show his development good. But yeah, like I said, another side character kind of steals the show a bit. Yeah, so Mike and Marcus are out on the job trying to solve these crimes. There's side crimes. There's like a main overall crime. You get the feeling a lot like it's almost like a TV show. There's different missions they go on to get clues and things like that. After a while, you start to see a lot of returning characters, and I mean a real lot from the other movies. Sometimes they just kill them off to end their story arcs, or they just show up, and you're like, that guy looks familiar. That girl looks like she's from something else, and they bring back a lot of them in this. And we kind of go on a little journey when the mission and the captain, is he evil or not? They get a dying message from him, and they have to go find these clues. It's kind of like National Treasure. They find the old cameo people from the old movies to get the next part of the clue, and they're kind of going forward the whole time. It's fun. It's got a decent pace to it. You're interested the whole time. The fight scenes are well choreographed, and some of the side characters are really interesting. Overall, it's a good time with the movie. A little bit too predictable, and at moments you think to yourself, maybe they're too old to do some of these stunts, but you got some of the younger guys in there too, and you got the cop scenes balancing everything out. The villains in this were interesting, very straightforward, like paper cutout guys getting shot down. The guy's plot was, an evil plot. Of course, they capture people that have to be rescued. But overall, yeah, it was a Bad Boys movie. I thought it was pretty good. An easy recommend, like 7 out of 10, I'd say, if I wanted to give it a score. But good time at the theater. If you want more Will Smith... And of course, on the topic of Will Smith, if you're wondering if they reference the slap, yes, of course. He gets slapped by his partner quite a few times around the end of the movie, and it's a pretty clear reference, so I don't know if they need to put it in there or not, but made me laugh when I saw it happen, made me chuckle, so hey, whatever, I like that they at least mentioned it. Overall, it had a great tone. It was fun, lighthearted. You get some great father-son moments and some family moments. And by the end of it, everyone has a pretty good arc, and it's got a solid ending. You get some real fun. There's a really funny part right at the end with Reggie and some chicken at the grill. It's fun. It's just some great moments overall. A great send-off. I don't know if they're going to come back or not, but they do leave it open for some of the young guys to take over and grab that torch and go. So we'll see what happens. But overall, this was a good time, some fun, some good laughs, and some great action. But thanks so much for listening this far, everyone. I really appreciate that. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And remember, everyone, stay out of trouble.